Not only are fathers kind, but fathers are investors. Investors. Fathers are investors. See, in the text here, it says that God feeds them. He doesn't donate, but God invests. There is a difference between a donation and an investment. If I give you $100 as a donation, I give you the $100 and then I walk away. I don't expect anything else from you. If you say thank you, I appreciate it. But I don't expect much more than your gratitude if I give you a donation. I won't be coming back to check on my donation because I've given it freely. I'm not anticipating receiving any dividends from that which I have given you. It was simply a donation. And unfortunately in this world, we have some men who are donors. They're not really true fathers. They donated the genetic material for the purpose of having a child, but that's the only thing that they've given. They're not investors, they're donors. They invested the material, then they walked away. They didn't have much to do with the upbringing of the child. But I'm telling you, a real good father is not a person who's a donor, but he is an investor. He invests in the future of that child. He invests in the success of that child. He makes sure that what he has invested turns out well. The best way to describe it is God in his parable about the talents. When he gave the men the talents, he gave one 5 and gave one 2 and gave one 1. You know what he did? He didn't give it to them and then leave and never check on it again. But he went back to check on the progress of his investment. He's letting them know that was not a donation, that was an investment. I'm coming back to check on what you've done with what I gave you. What are you doing with what I gave you? And that's what real fathers do. They check on the progress of their investment. They want to check and see, what are you doing with what I gave you? You have to inspect what you expect. You have to inspect what you expect. If you're expecting a dividend, if you're expecting a return, then you go back and check on it. Fathers who are donors, they have to be donors if they never come check on the progress of that child, because a real investor will come and check and see what is happening, what is the progress of that which they have invested in. What's going on with it? In the parable, the master came back and said, one had 5 and he made it 10. He said, good servant. One had 2 and he made it 4. And he said, God bless you, you're a good and faithful servant. But then the one who had 1 only kept the 1 and didn't make it better. He didn't improve it. And the master was upset. He was wroth. He said, this wasn't a donation. This was an investment. And I expect you to improve on the investment that I made in you. Good fathers invest in their children. They check on the progress of their children. Good fathers they'll go to the parent-teacher conference to check on their child. Good fathers check on their children's grades to make sure that they're meeting their requirements, to make sure that they're rising to the level of their potential. Good fathers go to IEP meetings. Good fathers go to 504 meetings. Good fathers pick up their children from sports and athletics. Good fathers make sure that there's transportation arranged for their children when they have after-school activities. Good fathers are investors, so they check on the status and progress of their child because they didn't make a donation, they made an investment. Third thing I want you to know about good fathers, that it's good to be kind and it's great to be an investor. But good fathers also have to be near. N-E-A-R, near. You have to be near. You have to be proximate to the child. You have to be close to them. You have to be present. To check on the progress of your investment, you must be near to the child. You must be near to their progress. You must be near to their growth. I don't care if you're a father and you and the mother, it didn't work out, so you never got married, or you're not married now, you got divorced. It doesn't matter. You still need to be near to that child, because you have an investment in that child and you need to be close to that child. You need to be as close to that child as much as possible, because good fathers are near to their children. They are present. The word says here in our text, it says your father knows that you need him because he is near to you. Your father, he knows that you need him. God knows that you need him. God knows what you have need of because he's near to you. David said this way, incline thine ear to me, O God. In other words, because you're close to me, I know that I can talk to you. To invest consistently in your child, you have to be near enough to them to talk to them. You have to give them some words of guidance. You have to give them some words of encouragement. They don't care if there are 2,000 people cheering for them in the baseball game. They're looking for you. They don't care if nobody else comes to their musical performance at school. They're looking for you. Baby, they're performing for an audience of one. If my daddy is there, then everything is all right. If my daddy is there, then everything is okay. Good fathers are near. They are proximate. They are close to their children. Just as God said, I know what you have need of because I'm near to you, because I'm close to you. You won't know what your children really need, what they desire, what they hope for, or even what they fear if you're not near them. Good fathers are near to their children. To get a full understanding of what she's trying to say, you have to be near her. The same is with a child. To truly understand their needs, what they require, what they desire, you have to be close to them. Because they're communicating with them. They're learning to communicate anyway, especially a small child. They don't have all the right words to say. But what they're saying is done by their expression and their body language. I'll give you an example of my child. My daughter came to me the other day. I was in the office, home, and she walked in and she said, Dad, she said, do you have time to play dolls with me? I said, well, baby, I'm really working on something. She hung her head and she said, okay, Daddy, that's okay. Then she started walking away. I immediately put down what I was doing. I said, okay, baby, what do you need? What do you want to do? She wanted to play dolls. Fathers, if you have daughters, be prepared to play dolls. So we played dolls. I said, what are the dolls doing today, Brennan? She said, I don't know. What do you think they should do? I said, well, let's watch movies. So we set the dolls up in front of the television like they're in a movie theater. And we were watching a movie with the dolls. I would have missed, if I were on the phone and she told me okay, because I wasn't near to her, I would have missed the full expression of what she was trying to say. Good fathers, you must be near to your children. And I implore you this because maybe your relationship makes this challenging. Maybe you're not together. Maybe you don't live in the same house. Fathers, fight for your children. Fight to be close to them. Fight to be near them. Because you never know when you'll miss a moment, just like what I told you.